Aye, very much so. But that's what you practice for, the moments. Obviously, no matter when it comes in the game, you need to stay calm and be ready. Obviously, there was a wee bit of big feeling around it, to be honest. I knew there was a bit of pressure on, but I was just delighted to see it hit the net.
What did you make of the opposition's performance? Because the crowd were getting tense.
They're a good side, Motherwell. They move the ball really well, and I think obviously for a crowd, sometimes it's frustrating to see players looks like they're doing nothing, but you're maybe leaving the keeper on the ball for other reasons because they like to drag you out and kind of play around you. So I understand the frustration for the crowd in terms of watching it, but for us on the pitch, we kind of need to stay in control. We know what we're doing. We know what we're worked on, and obviously they do cause you problems at times because they drift into really good areas. They've got really good players at the top end of the pitch. But now, all in all, I thought we dealt with a lot of it well. Obviously, as I said, they do cause you a few problems, but they won the game. That's the most important thing.
At this end of the season, are you just thinking to yourself, it doesn't matter about overall performances, just win it?
Aye, definitely. Obviously, you would love the performance to be there, but at the end of the day, if we win the game, that's the most important thing. We're there for the points, and if we continue to do that, I'll take that all day.
Once at the penalty, everybody kind of played on you instantly. Went to the referee, answered penalty. So you obviously had a.
It was just, to be honest, it was a stone wall. I don't know if you've seen it back, but Cabos obviously fell when he's headed it when he was low on the ground, and the boys kicked him in the head. And for me, I just kind of understood it as if that was somebody's foot and they get kicked, it would be a penalty. So okay, that's how I viewed it straight away. And I assume I was right because he gave it in the end.
It's a long wait though, wasn't it, before they decided to.
It was obviously the game played on, but the boy did kick him quite hard in the head, so I was making sure he was alright first, to be honest. But at the same time, obviously shooting for a penalty because I thought it was. But I think it was the right decision.
Lawrence, what's the mood like in the dressing room at this moment in time?
Really good. Obviously really positive throughout the season. Winning, and that breeds confidence, and you do feel that going into games. You feel like you can win every game you play in. And right now we're just riding the wave. We've continued it right for the start of the season. We're in a really good place, and we just need to keep winning games of football.
Well, so it looks like you've obviously been out injured, but you come back in, you found your groove quite quickly. Was there any concern when you come back, you've been out for so long that it's going to take you a wee while to get up to speed? You can't afford that with so
No,
much
of course.
mistakes in the game.
Of course I knew the situation I was coming back into, so a lot of that work goes on behind the scenes when you're out to make sure you're fit. Obviously done a lot of hard work with the physios and made sure I was in a place that I felt when I was going back out of training I was going to be close to being ready to play. And that's what we did. That was the plan anyway. Obviously when you get in the pitch you find out where you're really at. I think I probably played better last week than I did today, but in terms of minutes, putting the shift in for the boys and just doing the job to get the win, that's what we need everybody as a collective to do. You play your part, so I'm happy with where I'm at.
As the game's ticked down and you could feel it with the crowd today, does it take more out of you as a player as the pressure gets more and the expectations get higher?
I find it at the night when I'm trying to sleep, but of course the emotional side of it is there. We feel that as players. If you're a human being, you can feel the atmosphere in the stadium. You can feel the emotion for the stands obviously pouring on, and sometimes as players you kind of need to tell them you can do it a wee bit out there, but that's part and parcel of where we're at and the position we've put ourselves in, and it's a brilliant place to be. It's a good type of pressure, as I've kind of commented on a few times in the past, and it's what we want as players, what we up there, and I hope we've got that right to the end.
Bill mentioned the wait for the penalty. What was the process for you with that wait in terms of thinking the
Breathe.
preparation that went into it?
Breathe and decide where you're going. As I said, I do practice penalties. I was quite happy with what I did yesterday in my work, and I was just confident that if I committed to what I'd worked on, then it would work. Obviously, sigh of relief when it clips the post a wee bit, maybe a wee bit close for comfort. But when you're aiming for side netting like that, there's always that risk.
Does the keeper come into it when you practice it?
No, I didn't look at the keeper, to be honest. In the lead up, I just kind of do what feels right for me at the time. And to be honest, I've been there a couple of times where I've practiced a whole range, and I'll make my mind up at the time, but I was confident today. I made my mind up pretty early and I was going to commit to it, so excited to see it going.
Lawrence, is it fair to say you're going to have to replicate that kind of desire, that kind of winning mentality away from home, because that's got to be the big question in the remaining 5 games?
Of course. All in all, throughout the season, our away record's been decent. Obviously, of late we've dropped a few points on the road, and that's something we want to fix. But listen, we've got 5 games to go in the season. 3 of them will be away from home, 2 at home. But when you're going to places like Easter Road, Parkhead, it doesn't take too much to get up for the game. So I'm sure the boys will be there. We'll enjoy a wee week break, and we'll get ready for the games coming up.
Do you work on stuff like, you say that you just breathe, do you work on stuff like breathing, visualisation, all that kind of stuff?
Aye. I've not so much visualisation, but I've worked with a kind of mindset coach for years. John Johnson. When I was at Dundee United, I kind of started with him, and for there I've kind of just worked on the mental side of my game. So when you face moments like that, there's moments where it helps. So it's not for everybody, but it helps me.
That's going to be the key thing, isn't it? I mean, it's handling your nerves, handling the pressure moments, and the closer you get to the finish line.
The mental side of it's huge, obviously. As I said, all the emotions, everything you feel out there comes down to how you deal with that mentally. There's nothing you can really do on the pitch that will affect that. Of course, if you play well, everybody feels better, but in the wee sticky moments when you go 1 down, you need to make sure you're in a place that you can go and get yourself back in the game. And there was a wee 5-minute spell today. I had a look about, and the boys looked a wee bit deflated. And you need to have a wee bit of go, and it's just identifying that at the times. And from there on out, we kind of got our goal, we got the equaliser, and we got ourselves back into it. And I felt kind of strong that we were going to go and get another one, to be honest.
How pivotal do you think this win could be?
We'll see come the end of the season. For right now, it's another 3 points. It's an important 3 points. It keeps us at the top of the league, and we can enjoy the rest of our weekend and have a breather now. All good.
Thank you.
Cheers.
No,
Thanks.
Thank you.